as good and sing the blues. But if that girl has got a man, I wanna fill his shoes. And if she living single, one day I'll make my move. And if you see me working, don't you mess with my crew. Man, that girl is beautiful, but I don't know what she sees. And if you're looking for a place to stand, the line formed behind me. What's her name? Joanne. What's her name? Joanne. What's her name? Joanne. What's her name? Joanne. And if you're looking for a place to stand, the line's formed behind me.
Guys yelling.
Oh, yes. Woody in the Wood Tone.
For those of you with the score,
all right, Woody, hush up.
This guitar may or may not actually exist. The serial number on it is 0000, which means that it could actually be an instrument.
Okay. I had to hush Woody up. Woody was actually the first one to come into the studio with Animal and myself. Now, on the infamous day when the pirate was attacked, it was a Wednesday, and I actually had Sugarless doing a phone interview with me all the way from Orlando, Sean Lassard and Sugarless, and actually for our benefit, they came all the way from Orlando to play for us. We're going to do a little bit of My Little Secret.
Fall out of control, slowly hanging on the edge. Forced against the wall, standing in the cold rain, waiting here for you. Should I let you know, or have you been told you're everything to me? I'm invisible to you, you're in my dreams, I'm in your screams. You're my little secret. Inside my mind, oh, you're my little secret behind these blind, wild eyes. I wasn't looking for you, but you found me here on the street corner stand. Sipping on my beers, imagine us holding hands, writing our names in the sand. Gazing at the stars, dancing at the local bar, still waiting on this corner stand. One step closer to the ledge, will you let me down again? I'm on the edge. You're my little secret, tucked inside my mind. Oh, you're my little secret behind these blind, wild eyes.
Oh, yeah. Sugarless out of Orlando. I want to let you know that we got a different kind of weekend going on this weekend here at the Radio Bar and Grill. We got live music Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. Instead of this Friday night, Saturday night, Fuzzy Bear's coming up here tomorrow night. It's going to be Chris's birthday bash. Chris is the lead singer for Fuzzy Bear. So come on up. We're going to party with Chris starting about 9:30. And then Friday night, 10,000 paper cuts. Not one or two, folks. 10,000 paper cuts is going to be here doing some cover rock and roll for you. And then Saturday night, Moxie's going to come on in. They're going to be doing some 90s rock and roll for you right here at the Radio Bar and Grill, 2806 East Bush Boulevard. So come on down, join us. We do have the coldest beer in town. And then I want to tell you about the 28th. 28th of this month is a Saturday. Start about 7 o'clock. We're going to have another party going on here. And you get to get your pirate on, and nobody's going to think you're weird. So throw on your pirate garb, because we are Jose Gaspar's landing spot. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of pirate gear out there. And if not, make something up, because it is a pirate-themed party for Teresa's birthday bash. Zigzag America is going to be playing here live. And I'm going to be playing some Zigzag America here in just a few minutes, because they've also joined me on Artist Hour. Now, Sugarless was out of Orlando, and if you go a little bit further out, you hit Daytona, and that's where John Nikoloff is. John called in with me for an hour, and I love this song, guys. It's called Friends Like These. Be prepared to rock.
It all ends here tonight. Can't keep me down. I'm not afraid to fight. I should have known, 'cause you've done this before. Don't wanna see you around here anymore. You want the best for me. Turn the knife and you watch me play. Hey, whoa. With friends like this. Who needs enemies? With friends like this. Who needs enemies? Who are you to tell me how to be? Just take a look at what you've done to me. You're on your own, 'cause I won't be around. You've done nothing but try to bring me down. You want the best for me. Best you can do is to let me be. Hey, whoa. With friends like these. Whoa. Who needs enemies? Whoa. With friends like these. Whoa. Who needs enemies?
Yeah, I remember you. You built me up to tear me down, but you failed. So put this in your pipe and smoke it.
You want the best for me. Best you can do is to let me be. Hey, whoa. With friends like these. Whoa. Who needs enemies? Whoa. With friends like these. Whoa. Who needs enemies? Who needs enemies?
Oh, yes. Now, does that not rock your world? I know it does for me. Now, Zigzag America, who's going to be playing here on the 28th for Teresa's birthday bash. Jimmy Starr and the guys, they all come in here. They were only short one person, and they did this song live in studio acoustic. And let me tell you, this song was actually written by his daughter in a way. He had found a bunch of poetry that his daughter had written after she had left the house due to some trials and tribulations, but, you know, that's his business. But he found this, and short of just one verse to kind of pump it up a little bit, this song comes from his daughter's poetry. It's called Thinkin'.
Sometimes I wanna run away, away from home. I can sometimes feel my life is not so bad. But it's reason turns out no pain. I need to go to my own home where life is so simple and easy. Everyone just barely else. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life and living it free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life and living it free. Yeah, I make mistakes I don't regret, but nowadays I'm never doing anything wrong. I've been facing life's stupid games way too long. I think about running away, don't wanna face the consequences when I get home. Not make mistakes I'll never learn. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life and living it free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life and living it free. I'm annoying and I talk way too much. I drive the people I know with me nuts. There are times all I wanna do is shout. I guess I'll take you up on your offer. While I'm moving away, but here I really wanna stay. So I'll just go on with life. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life and living it free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living life. person like me. I believe in living a life and living free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living a life and living free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living a life and living free. I wanna know what the people are thinking about a person like me. I believe in living a life and living it free. You know that I tell you more, living it free. I'm left here thinking, oh, you know I'm thinking about, oh, you know I'm thinking, oh, you know I'm thinking about. Oh, you know I'm thinking. Don't you know? Don't you know? I tell you know I'm thinking about a person like me. You know I'm thinking about living life, living free.
Oh, yeah, Zigzag America. And they're going to be playing live here on the 28th for Teresa's birthday party. So get your pirate going and come on up and let's party with Zigzag America for Teresa's birthday bash here at 28th, starting at 7 o'clock. That is a Saturday night. Now, we're going to do a little in Diamond Gray. Rocky Diamond was nice enough to call in, and he was actually writing a song for his own daughter's wedding that he was going to have to actually dance to his own music.
All right, we're...
There's no one to blame. There's no one to curse. So who will give up and who will win? No stone has ever been thrown without sin. Let's just keep this on complicated. And I don't have the will to fight. Why don't we keep it on complicated? Can we just call it a night? Feels like we both have now drowning madness, been taken down a size or two. But tell me, were we both blind to all the reasons? You're not for me nor I for you. just call it? Can we just call it? Can we just call it a night? Can we just call it a night? Can we just call it a night? Let's just keep this on complicated, 'cause I don't have the will to fight. And why can't we keep it on complicated? Can we just call it a night? Let's just keep this on complicated. Who will have the will to fight? Why don't we keep it on complicated? Can we just call it a night? Can we just call it? Just call it. Just call it. Can we just call it a night?
Stranger than fiction, caught between visions. Somebody's calling, playing with fire. All you needed was water, but the well went dry. Well, it's not all the same. Oh, you want so much, but you never obtain. Go on and place the blame. Oh, I'm wanting you to. Oh, I'm needing you to. Long before the flame, till I wanted was to ignite. Fire, gas, or flame. We're gonna burn this world down right. Well, I'm surrounded by my creation. Well, I sort out manipulation. Everything around me turns to ashes right before my eyes. I can't seem to grasp them as they fly. Long before the flame, till I wanted was to ignite. Fire, gas, or flame. We're gonna burn this world down right. Stranger than fiction, caught between visions. Somebody's calling, playing with fire. All you needed was water, but the well went dry. Well, isn't that all the same? Oh, you want so much, but you never obtain. Go on and place the blame. Oh, I'm wanting you to. Oh, I'm needing you to. Long before the flames, all I wanted was to ignite.
All right, everybody. I got William Duece Hulett on the phone with me here, and we'll be talking to him in just a second. But I do want to give a shout-out to the bands that I have missed for today. Tommy Rocks and Big Deal, Dark Savant, who was in here not too long ago, Miss Amber Lynn Nicole, and Yoshi Gish. So we'll be playing them tomorrow, more than likely. I'm going to break the rules. Oh, well, tomorrow's Thursday, so it's all good. All right, guys. Now, let me work these phone lines here. All right, William, you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right, I got to kind of watch my levels because sometimes that phone reads real hot. I lost you. Where did you? Okay, it's loading up. All right, William. Now, I've been spouting that you are a Nashville recording artist. Am I correct?
You are correct. I'm a Nashville and international recording artist.
Ooh, international. Oh, and here we
Yes,
go.
sir.
Now, you've played here at the Radio Barn Grill. I've watched you a couple of different times, and quite good. I like
Well,
it.
thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And are you in Nashville now, or are you back in Largo?
I'm back in Largo. I just got back on Sunday. I recorded 4 brand new singles with Dream Machine Productions and Mega International Records. They're going to be part of a new album that we're putting out to be put together we're trying to get with a major record label.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what everybody eventually wants to do.
Well, actually, this one's more in the works. We're putting this together because they are in waiting for this album.
All right. Well, we've got I Can't Lie to Me and up here, and that's what we're going to be playing some songs off of, and there's plenty of them here. Oh, my God. How many songs you got up here, brother?
There's 98 songs on there.
All right. Well, we're going to have to pick and choose here what you want to hear. Now,
Right off the bat, if you want to, you can just play those top 5. Those are the ones that are my originals that are off to my new albums.
all right. Well, we'll get to that. We're going to play some music here in a minute or two. So why don't you tell me, all right, you're hunting for a national or international label, major label, and the hunt's going good, I assume?
Yes, everything is going really, really well right now. Right now, like as I said, I'm currently holding on to 3 recording contracts. I have CMG Nashville, which is a small independent record label. And then I'm also working with Doc Holliday, with Doc Holliday Productions, which is also part of Mega International Records and Dream Machine Records.
Oh, cool. Doc Holliday, that sounds like a Western.
Well, he's a tough hombre. I'll tell you that much now. But he's been in the business for about 52 years. He holds right now 111 number 1 records. He also holds, I believe it's 14 Grammy Awards and I believe 11 Telly Awards.
Wow. If you're going to load your stable, you might as well get the big dogs in there, brother.
Exactly. Now, some of these recordings that you'll hear, like High, Low, and In Between and How Can You Live, if I could tell you the artists that are playing in these songs, it would just blow your mind.
Well, you're going to have to then.
The 4 new songs that I've just recorded, you won't be able to get a glimpse of just yet because they are, of course, they're still in editing and they are kind of under the table right now until we decide what we're going to do with the major record label.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we get to the first song, I Can't Lie to Me, which is CMG Nashville, and then we're going to come back with you and find out where you're going to be, what you're doing as far as how can people find you, and we'll be right back. A little William Duece Hulett, I Can't Lie to Me, Nashville international recording artist here at the Party Pirate 102.1.
They don't ask, 'cause they know I'll say it ain't nothing, just another woman done walked away. track. No, I ain't phased. I rock on all night long, just playing this masquerade. So I got everybody thinking I'm Superman strong. That big old S ain't on my chest at night when I get home. One look at my reflection, and long is all I see. I can tell them all I'm glad you're gone, but the truth is I can't lie to me. Are you up and get shot down? Throw my pride aside and I just cry out loud. Call my bluff. Now look at me. A fool in love and all tore up down here on my knees. I got everybody thinking I'm Superman strong. That big old S ain't on my chest at night when I get home. One look at my reflection, and long is all I see. I can tell them all I'm glad you're gone, but the truth is I can't lie to me. I got everybody thinking I'm Superman strong. That big old S ain't on my chest at night when I get home. One look at my reflection, and long is all I see. I can tell them all I'm glad you're gone, but the truth is I can't lie to me. Yeah, the truth is I can't lie to me.
Oh, yes. Mr. William Duece Hulett coming out to you live here at Party Pirate 102.1, Nashville, an international recording star. Brother, I like it, man.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. My main thing is, I got to tell you, is, a lot of people, when they think country music, they think that tears in your beer kind of stuff, and it doesn't have to be that way. Nowadays, country is more in your face, more, get up and dance kind of country. So, and that's what I like to do.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There is. I mean, you look at Jason Aldean, who's one of the biggest current stars there is, and his guitarist has got a mohawk. So, yeah, the tears in my beers days are kind of gone by the wayside, maybe a little bit.
Well, country music has changed so much. I mean, when you got great stars like Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan and guys like that, but then you got the newcomer Brantley Gilbert, who used to be an alternative rock singer. So he went from alternative rock. He had a couple albums out that didn't climb the charts like he wanted to, so he switched over to country. And and then another one, Hootie and the Blowfish, Darius Rucker.
Yeah, Darius Rucker, sure enough.
Very, very talented young man. I mean, just very, very talented. And when he switched over to country, he's doing just as well. I mean, he's every one of his songs has come out a hit. So he's doing really well.
Well, and actually, I was listening to one of the local country stations here in Tampa, Florida, and they were talking about how Darius Rucker got up and actually covered or did one of his Hootie and the Blowfish songs, and everybody sat down because they didn't know what the hell it was.
Now, that's wild. I mean, you would think everybody knows who Hootie and the Blowfish is.
Well, I mean, you got some diehard people out there. I mean, I could go across the board. I was playing Lee Pond's blues earlier. I love the blues. I love rock. I love hard rock. I like country a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of great music out there, and if you really narrow your sights, you're really missing out on a lot.
I agree with you. I just, my thing is now don't get me wrong, man, I still love some of the great rock and roll hits. You know, I mean, I was a huge 80s rock fan. Skid Row, I loved Skid Row. AC/DC and Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue and all them boys. You know, those what they called hair bands.
Yep.
You know, I mean, I love that stuff. But the only thing is when it comes to telling a story, nothing tells a story like country music. I mean, country music tells a story, and it can take you back when you can remember being in the same situation, you know, and how you handle it. So that's what I love about country music.
Well, and I agree with that. And, you know, the old joke, what happens when you play country music backwards, your dog comes back and your truck starts running and your woman stays, you know. But
yeah, I've heard all that, those
yeah.
funny jokes. But,
you know, but one thing about country music that I can say a lot of it comes from the heart of the songwriter and the artist.
Exactly. You got country music makes you feel it, and like I said, you know, there's a lot of great talent out there anymore. I mean, you know, Kid Rock. You know, Kid Rock. He's been all over the board. He's done just about everything there is to do, every style of music, and he's done very well with every style he's touched. You know, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many great artists out there. I just, when it comes down to, you know, telling my woman how much I love her, I can do it better with a country song.
Well, I hear you, brother. I hear you, because I know a lot of women that just go ape over that type of music. You know, I mean, that type of country love song. I was listening to, I forget the name of the song. It's now been the highest requested wedding song, and it's a country song. And
well, Shania Twain and Brian White held that title for a long time. I don't know if they've changed it, you know, if there's one that's beat it out. But Brian White and Shania Twain had the highest rate for wedding songs. And, you know, to be completely honest, I couldn't remember what the song is, but I remember that was the longest, you know, holding wedding song there was for a while.
Well, we've got high, low, and in between lined up to play next. Why don't you give us a little insight about this song, seeing that you wrote it? It is your original music.
Well, this song, actually, I didn't write this song. I helped with the production of the new tune we put to it and all this kind of stuff. The song was written by a fellow named Jim Davis, and it was co-written by a fellow by the name of Mark Wills. And the song it's just an awesome song, and it's just one of those songs that make you want to dance. I don't care what kind of crowd I'm in front of. You start playing high, low, and in between, and it just makes you want to dance. And we put that, you know what I wanted to tell you, the musicians in this song will blow your mind. The guy that's playing drums in that song, his name is Craig. Used to play drums for Journey.
Really?
Yes, and the guy that's playing the bass guitar is David Rowe. Played bass guitar for Johnny Cash for 12 years.
Well, that's high credentials.
The guy that's playing the steel guitar has played in just about every recording Garth Brooks ever put out.
Yeah, that's definitely high regards there. All right, folks, we got a little high, low, and in between, and I'm sure everybody out there has been in all three of them positions. So let's check it out. Get your dancing shoes on, because Duece says you're going to get your ass out of the seats. Party Pirate 102.1.
Shaking, she's got a way of making me feel like I'm still 17. She gets me high, she gets me low, and in between. Blue eyes, she's got 'em, legs on the bottom. She tippy toe right out of a dream. She gets me high, she gets me low, and in between. Kid you can start a fire with. She don't need no gasoline. I'm burning high, I'm burning low, and in between. I'll find her on the second floor and chase her through the cellar door, catch her by the washing machine. She gets me high, she gets me low, and in between. Now I'm higher than a flag on the 4th of July, low down in love, and she's the reason why. She gets a hold of me and takes complete control of me, if you know what I mean. My baby's got me high, low, and in between. She's the reason why. She gets a hold of me and takes complete control of me, if you know what I mean. My baby's got me high, low, and in between. My baby's got me high, low, and in between. Yeah. She's got it high, she's got it low, in between.
That's the pump. Oh yeah, a little high, low, and in between by Mr. William Duece Hulett. William's on the phone with me right now. And actually, we were talking off air. And brother, you got to tell everybody out there what you were telling me about the Grammys.
Okay. That song, High, Low, and In Between, this year, Doc Holliday took High, Low, and In Between and another one of my songs called How Can You Live, and put them both up for Grammy nominations. The Grammy board decided to put High, Low, and In Between for a Grammy nomination.
Wow, that is fantastic. How does that make you feel?
You know, in all honesty, right now, I'm towards the ceiling. Everything has just kind of snowballed in the past 6 months. Everything is just, it's moving really, really fast. Matter of fact, I got a phone call the other day. Now I sit on the board of the Grammy nominations, the Grammy Awards. And, you know, like I said, everything is just moving so fast. Doc has really played a really big part in this. And, you know, then, of course, I've got my other friends, you know, one of my managers, Jay Birnbaum, he's really, you know, he stood behind me a long way. And, you know, then I've got another lady that she's handled all my computer. You know, I'm not really good with computers. I'm straight from the country, brother. And I just, computers is not my thing. But Miss Diane Lutz, she handles all my online promotions and stuff like that. So I have like over 32 different websites, and it's just been amazing. Especially this past year. This past year has just been amazing.
All right. Well, can you out of 32 websites, can you remember the main one where people can check you out if they want to?
Well, you know, the thing about it is all of my websites have my name in it. William Duece, and you got to spell Duece, D-U-E-C-E.
Yes, I learned that. Trust me.
William Duece Hulett, and that's H-U-L-E-T-T. So WilliamDuceHulett.com is my main website. My Facebook, of course, is Facebook.com/William Duece Hulett. And I tell you something that make it even easier. Just Google William Duece Hulett, and you'll be able to see about 6 pages of my websites that'll come up.
Wow, really? All right, guys, that is William, and that's D-U-E-C-E, Duece Hulett, H-U-L-E-T-T, William Duece Hulett, international and Nashville recording star, and on the boards of the Grammy Awards. Brother, you know, with all of this, as you said, snowballing, how do you find time to either sit down and write or, you know, get any personal time to yourself?
Well, the thing about it is, brother, it's kind of like music sometimes, it just comes to you. You know, I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan of the show Sons of Anarchy. I'm just, so last night, you know, here I'm trying to watch the season premiere of Sons of Anarchy, and and I just started getting this tune in my head, and I had to hit record on the DVR and come out and write a few lines down. But that's how it is. It's just it'll hit you all of a sudden, and you just write it down, and then later on you'll get that melody in your head, and you'll just keep rolling over it and rolling over it until it just forms. It's just it's an amazing process. It really is.
Well, so if it comes to you in moments of not spurts, but it jumps on you there, can you actually sit down and say, okay, it's time to write a song? Sit down, you close out the outside world, you sit down and you start writing a song. I mean, does it work both ways for you, or do you got to wait for that inspiration to come and hit you?
No. Actually, there is times when I'll just say, all right, look here, it's time to sit down and write down some new stuff. And I'll sit down, and there will be nights when I can write, 3-4 songs in one night. And then there's other times when I'm sitting there and I've got so many things rolling through my head that I can't write 2 lines together and make it make sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's the inspiration or whether it's just the thought process of what you're doing, sometimes it's the same with anything in the world. Sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it doesn't.
Exactly. But sometimes you catch a moment. There's been times when my wife, I've got a beautiful wife, and she'll just turn her head and smile, and just. Ideas will pop into my head, and I've got to write it down, or hit a voice recorder and just give myself a couple of ideas, so that if something else comes up, I don't forget that previous idea.
Well, and I'm sure, because you have so many things in your head right now with everything you got going on. I'm sure that, those fleeting thoughts, oh man, what was that line? I had that line. What was it? What
exactly.
was it?
I mean, just like this past week, I just got back from Nashville on Sunday. I went up there and recorded 4 brand new singles. They will be ready for release probably mid-October. I went up there, also recorded my first CMT music video. We cut that one on Give Her the World. And we're cutting this video in a garage, with all these old cars that these guys are restoring, and it just the inspiration was amazing. Just seeing these old cars and knowing what the song's about. The song's about this the young lady that wants to see the world, and the guy's telling her, I can give you the world right here in the United States, that kind of thing. This song, I got to hang out with the songwriter. He's a very, very, very talented young man, and he, I picked the song because it was, he's talking about Glasgow, Kentucky. I'm from Kentucky, and he's talking about Glasgow, Kentucky. He's talking about St. Petersburg, Florida. He's talking about, Rome and Rome, Georgia. So it's just, it's an amazing song, and we did a really good video on it. And matter of fact, that should be ready by the 1st of October.
Oh, all right. So CMT is going to be playing some Duece Hulett, but Radio Bar and Grill gets him first. All right, so we're going to Give Her the World right now. Guys, this is the newest video coming from Duece Hulett, and we've got to check it out, and I can't wait for CMT to bring it out. A little Give Her the World here at the Party Pirate 102.1.
My own girl I know, she always talks of seeing Paris and Rome. Don't make much money, but I'm saving up. One day soon when I've saved up enough, I'll tell her pack a pile of gas at the car. See those places we don't have to go far. So I'll drive her to breakfast out in Paris, Texas, and Georgia. We'll see Athens, then we'll head up to Rome. Maybe get lucky in Glasgow, Kentucky, and Florence, Alabama. Ain't too far from home. I'll show that small town girl that I can give her the world. She wants to visit Russia, but from what I have heard, Florida's got beaches in St. Petersburg. She wants to taste a sample of those fine French wines. Champagne, Louisiana's got the good moonshine. The French can keep their city of lights. Mississippi's got those moonlit nights. So I'll drive her to breakfast out in Paris, Texas, and go down to the new and include Orleans. Maybe get lucky in Glasgow, Kentucky, and see the pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. I'll show that small town girl that I can give her the world on a silver platter. Take her anywhere, it don't matter, 'cause I'm on top of the world when I'm with her. So I'll drive her to breakfast out in Paris, Texas, and Georgia. We'll see Athens, then we'll head up to Rome. Maybe get lucky in Glasgow, Kentucky, and Florence, Alabama. Ain't too far from home. I'll show that small town girl that I'll drive her to breakfast out in Paris, Texas. Go down to the new and include Orleans. Maybe get lucky in Glasgow, Kentucky, and see the pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee. I'll show that small town girl that I can give her the world. Yeah, I'll give her the world.
Oh, yes. Give Her the World by Duece Hulett, Nashville recording artist here at the Party Pirate 102.1. All right, brother, we were talking a little bit ago, and you, even with all of this that's going on in your life right now, all of these great things, you are still getting out and about, and you actually got a gig going on that anybody here listening in the Tampa, Florida Bay Area can come see. Why don't you tell us about the gig you got coming up?
Okay, well, now I'll tell you, now, every Saturday and Sunday I play out at the Wagon Wheel Flea Market. I've been out there for about 7 years. And, you know, it's not about the money. I don't do this show for the money. It's just I get so many fans from other countries, you know, out of state. You know, you get all the snowbirds coming in during the wintertime, and they come out there specifically to see, you know, what the new songs you've recorded this year and all this kind of stuff. So I've got fans as far as Canada. I'll tell you one of the most amazing things, Guy, that I went through about 3 months ago. I was out at the Wagon Wheel, and I walked up to this guy, and I got the microphone in my hand, and I said, "How are you doing?" And he said, "I'm doing great." I said, "Are you enjoying yourself?" He said, "We know you." He said, "Where we come from, you're kind of famous." And I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "We're from Brazil."
Wow.
I'm like, wow. And I'm on the microphone, and it's like, he says that they know me in Brazil. Another guy says, "Yeah, I'm from Germany. We know you in Germany." You know, and then another lady stood up. She said, "Yeah, we're from Switzerland. You know, we know you in Switzerland." So, you know, like I said, a lot of these songs have been played in Ireland and Australia, and you know, it's just amazing.
That's got to blow you away, dude.
It does. I mean, it does. You know, to go from, you know, from where I've been. I was a martial arts teacher for many years, and I owned my own bar in Florida for, you know, about 7 years. But you know, I was on the road a lot. I used to fight in a cage, and so I'm a kind of big, ugly dude. And you know, then I went and moved into doing, you know, private security and stuff like that. Worked with some, you know, some heavy names, and just got tired of traveling, so I bought a bar. And to go from where I've been to where I'm at now is just amazing.
Well, and like you said, it's, you know, it's not an easy task, and that's one of the reasons we love doing this here at the Pirate Radio Network, giving local artists a chance to be heard. You know, it's not an easy task to go from exactly what you're saying. You were a bar owner, you were working with martial arts, you were doing security, and now you have people from all over the world coming up. Oh yeah, we know who the hell you are.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, you know, people doesn't realize, you know, they see a show, you know, I heard you mention, you know, Tommy Rocks from Big Deal. Those boys are just so talented. I've seen their show many times. They played in my bar many times, and just very, very talented, and all the hard work that goes into a show, and to keep the crowd entertained and make them want to come back and see you again and again and again. It's a lot of hard work. And, you know, people say, well, you know, all you do is get up there and sing. No, I don't just get up there and sing. I got to control that crowd. I've got to keep that crowd interested. I've got to make them happy. I've got to make them fall in love. I've got to make them, you know, ready to break up. I've got to control that whole thing, and that's what us artists do. We help you with the mood that you're in.
Well, absolutely. And brother, I mean, if you're on stage and you're giving your all, and everybody's staring at the walls and just talking to each other and staring in their beer, then you got to pump it up, because your job is like my job. My job is to keep people in the seats, keep them entertained. Your job is to get people up on their feet and having a fantastic time. And sometimes, and I'm sure you can tell, one night you go into a bar and you have a fantastic time, and the next night you go in, play the same bar, and it's a dive.
Exactly, and that's just the way it is, and I got to tell you, we're talking about, today's country. And me myself, I got to tell you, I still love the classics. I love Johnny Cash. I love, Conway Twitty and Merle Haggard and guys like that. But like we were talking about a second ago, you do two or three. If you do, like 2 or 3 slow songs in a row, very first thing you're going to see a yawn. Then the next thing you're going to see them checking their watch. Next thing you see, they're going to get up to act like they're using the bathroom, and then they're out the door.
Yep.
You have to keep it. You have to mix it up. You have to know what your crowd is wanting to hear. And there is times when I have been, like you said, in a bar where, they love the classics and they love to hear 2 or 3 Conway Twitties in a row. But then you got other places where, if you sing 2 Conway Twitties in a row, well, you lost the attention of your whole crowd.
Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, if you do 2 Conway Twitties, you got 50% of the people digging it, and then you got 50% of the people ain't digging it, and that's where it really gets tough, because then, you can't please everybody all the time, but, as an artist, you got to work your ass off to keep as much of them happy as you can.
Exactly. And it's like you said, it's about mixing it up, One thing about, playing here in Florida, you have, a lot of retirees here. So a lot of your retirees are going to enjoy the Johnny Cash and stuff like that. And then you're also going to have a younger crowd, college crowd, or, people here on vacation. So you got to be able to play all of those genres at the same time.
All right, well, we got some more music lined up. What do you think about Losing My Mind, Duece?
Losing My Mind is an awesome song. Now, I will tell you, that song, the copy that we have there is a rough cut copy. We do not have the master copy on Losing My Mind yet, so there's still a couple of spots in there that I wasn't really happy with. But overall, this song is an amazing song, and the crowds in which I play these songs in front of, they like this one the best.
All right, so let's check it out, guys. I know I'm having a good time, Duece. I'm hoping you are, and thank you so much for joining me. We're going to do Losing My Mind here for the Party Pirate 102.1 FM.
Has anyone ever told you just how beautiful you really are? Yeah. All it takes is one look and I'm falling like a shooting star. Ooh. You captivate me. You got me hypnotized every time I look into your mystical eyes. I think I'm losing my mind thinking of you, losing control from the things you do. When you're near me, I get tangled up inside. I think I'm losing my mind. I'm so weak around you, yeah, you bring me to my knees. Yeah, I just wanna make you mine, let me give you what you need. Ooh, I'm standing right think I'm losing my mind. Rumor has it I'm going crazy. We both know that it's true. Let them speculate all they want. I'm crazy in love with you. I think I'm losing my mind thinking of you, losing control from the things you do. When you're near me, I get tangled up inside. I think I'm losing my mind thinking of you, losing control from the things you do. When you're near me, I get tangled up inside. I think I'm losing my. I think I'm losing my mind.
Oh, yes, losing my mind. Duece Hulett, who is actually on the phone with me right at the moment, all the way over from the other side of the pond, Largo, Florida. Now, how much time have you been spending in Nashville?
You know, actually, I'm going to Nashville once or twice a month now. So I've been spending quite a bit of time in Nashville. Like I said, this past week, you know, we cut 4 brand new songs, and we cut our first CMT music video. But, you know, it's also the other reasons that we go up there. We get to go up there and hang out with, you know, people that you wouldn't normally get to hang out with. I got to spend some time with Tracy Lawrence in Renegade Radio's studio. You know, this has been an amazing ride, you know, and I get to hang out with people like J.K. Coltrane and stuff like that. So it's been an amazing ride. I got to do this show right outside where Brenda Best and Georgette Jones was doing a show. So it's just been amazing.
Well,
Georgette Jones is George Jones and Tammy Wynette's daughter.
Yes, yes. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Now, how long have you been? You've been at this for a while.
Yes.
And now everything is hopefully coming to a fruition for you. I mean, a possible Grammy nomination, and everything else. I mean, is there a secret, or is it the luck of the draw?
You know, to be completely honest, I could tell you it's a little bit of both. The thing about it is some people, they try something once, and if it doesn't work, they just quit. I've never been that type of person. I'm the type of person, I will keep trying until I can't try anymore. Like I said, I'm a fighter. You know, I used to fight in the cage, and, you know, sometimes if you just up and give up, well, then you're going to lose. You know, but you never know. If you keep trying, somehow you may pull it off. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's life. In all actuality, it is life. I mean, you know, you get up every morning, you go do your daily do, you know, with the dreams of owning that big house on the hill and the white picket fence and the, you know, 2.5 kids and the dog and the wife. But, you know, it doesn't always happen that way. But if you quit, and you don't fight that fight, then, yeah, you're right. You've absolutely lost.
Well, the thing about it is I hate to say it, in this world there's talkers and there's doers. And that's my firm philosophy. I believe in that wholeheartedly. In this world, there's talkers and there's doers. You know, you get those people that sit around and talk about, oh, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do this, until they end up talking about, I wished I'd have done this, I wished I'd have done that. Then there's the doers who get up there and day in, day out, nonstop, pushing and shoving until they still don't, not all the time do they make it, but at least at the end of the day, they know they tried.
Yeah, I mean, they can hold their heads up high, and, you know, hey, I fought the good fight and wasn't meant for me this time around.
Exactly, and that's how a lot of this turned out. To be completely honest, it was, you know, I never took no for an answer. You know, I never let anybody saying, look, you're not that good, or, you know, I mean, not that anybody ever said that, but I'm saying if they did, I never let that get me down. I kept pushing. It was constantly in somebody's face, saying, look, listen to this, just constantly out there on the internet, and just pushing opening every door that I possibly could open, and constantly saying, look at me, listen to this. Tell me what you think. Good or bad, tell me what you think. And it paid off. It just really paid off.
Well, I mean, without the perseverance to continue, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's, okay, I tried once and it didn't work, so now I'm done. Then what the other thing you said was right was there's a lot of people out there that are persevering day in, day out, and it never really hits for them. That's where it comes back down to the love of the music, because if you're doing it to, become rich and famous and everything else, then you got your sights set on the wrong thing. Whereas if you do it for the love of what you're doing, whatever it is, if you do it for the love of what you're doing, then it will work itself out.
It does work itself out. And I'll tell you something else, and I'm sure that anybody that is still playing music today, that has been playing music for, I would say, a year to 5 years or more, will tell you the same thing. No matter how bad the day is, you could be having the worst day possible. But when you get that microphone in your hand and you hit the stage, it seems like the rest of the world just melts away. It's that kind of love of the music that helps people to keep pushing and keep trying.
Well, and also, I mean, if you're on stage and you're going through the motions because that's what you're supposed to do, then the people are going to do exactly what you and I were talking about. They're going to pretend to go to the bathroom, and out the door they go.
Exactly. I agree. I'll tell you something else. And no matter how much hard work I did and how much hard work, my computer lady did and all the work that everybody put into this, I got to tell you, number one, it's the fans. The fans, and don't get me wrong, anybody can walk up into a show one time and enjoy the show. But it's those people that have heard you sing that same song 1,000 times, but yet come back to hear you sing it 1,001. You got to love them, and it's for those people that makes you want to keep pushing harder.
Well, and you're absolutely right. And I sit in here and I do what I do, and sometimes I can see I got 10 viewers. Sometimes I see I got 1 viewer. Now, granted, my numbers and your numbers are a little bit different, the way they're counted, but I can sit in here and I love doing what I'm doing, and I'm hoping I'm making everybody else have a little bit of a better day, throwing a song out there that maybe they haven't heard of in a while. And that's what keeps me going is I come in, this is my therapy. Playing on the radio, that's my therapy. I get up and I go to work every day like every other man does, and I get to come in here and I get to play DJ. So I have fun doing it, and I hope, and I've had a lot of nice comments that, it transfers over.
No, I got to tell you, it's people like you that really, make people, you, the same as me, can change the mood and change the whole dynamics of somebody's day. I've been there's many times where, me and my wife be arguing in the car, and, a Journey song come on, and we both go back to the days when Journey, and still love. I absolutely adore Journey. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It takes you back to that day when you were having an awesome day, and the Journey song came on the radio. So all at 1 minute, you go from arguing with your wife to listening to Journey. So
and singing it together.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
You the same. It's the same for you as it is for the rest of us musicians. It's just it's all about the song.
Well, and speaking of songs, we got How You Can Live. Now, this song was also taken up to the Grammy nominations, and where High, Low, and In Between made it in. This one was looked at, but wasn't taken. But we're going to listen to it, because obviously if it's going up to the Grammys, it's got to be good.
Well, this is one of the... Are you playing it?
No, not yet.
Okay, this song right here, I got to tell you, it's a beautiful song. Now, you know, a lot of the ladies may, you know, this was one of those songs, and it takes you back to the typical country song. I mean, it's about a cheating woman. But if you were to go on, you know, YouTube and watch the video and see how the song starts and ends, and it gives you a whole different perspective on this song. But this song was an awesome song, and this song was one of the songs that was actually written by Doc Holliday.
All right, cool. So we're going to listen to How Can You Live, William Duece Hulett here at the Party Pirate 102.1. And remember, 2013 is the year of the pirate. How can you live?
I first met you, you seemed to be all that I was really looking for. Sometimes looks hides a hurt that's waiting just outside the door. How many times have you heard him say, I know now what I didn't know then. If I would have looked at the lying eyes, it would be easy to say goodbye. How can you live? Living like you're doing is living a lie. How can you love? You're a cheater, always looking for an alibi. When it's late at night and you're looking in the mirror, do you look away? Do you see what's there? Are you too blind to see it slipping away? So tell me, baby. As time went by, I fell more and more in love with a fantasy. It wasn't real, all the cheating and the lying, I just couldn't see. You know that people say the world's a stage, and each of us can play a part. I would have caught you right from the very start. There's no way you would have gotten my heart. How can you live? Living like you're doing is living a lie. How can you love? You're a cheater, always looking for an alibi. When it's late at night and you're looking in the mirror, do you look away? You see what's there? Are you too blind to see it slipping away? So tell me, baby. All alone, do you ever sit and wonder why? Can you understand the words of the song, or has reality said goodbye? How can you live? Living like you're doing is living a lie. How can you love? You're a cheater, always looking for an alibi. When it's late at night and you're looking in the mirror, do you look away? Do you see what's there? Are you too blind to see it slipping away? So tell me, baby, how the hell can you live that way? How can you live?
let me turn that down. All right, guys, we're hanging out with Duece Hulett, Nashville recording artist here at the Party Pirate 102.1. And like we were just talking off air, you know, we were talking about the Wagon Wheel Flea Market, which kind of blows me away. You know, but hell, if it's a good time, it's a good time, right?
Exactly. Gotta love it.
And then you're actually coming back to the Strawberry Festival next year. What is it, February?
Yeah, it's usually in February. I've got, like I said, I just got my invitation in the mail today. And, they want me back out there at the Strawberry Fest.
And as you and I were just talking about, I mean, they've had a lot of fantastic big names out there at the Strawberry Festival. I've seen Randy Travis out there. I've seen George Jones, Charlie Pride. There's a lot of great old and new country music that comes out there.
Well, they usually have a full, you know, star-studded cast. They, you know, like I said, this year they had, you know, of course they had Chubby Checker, they had Alan Jackson, they had Luke Bryan. You know, they had a lot of the country greats out there. They had Blake Shelton and, you know, Reba McEntire, I believe, was there this past year. So, I mean, they had a full cast, you know, I mean, 3 stages going, you know, always somebody on stage. So, yeah, it was an awesome show.
Yeah, and, you know, I believe the only time I've ever seen Tanya Tucker was out there, and actually I liked her. That was one hot-ass woman. I remember back in the day there was an album and her in a red leather bodysuit, and oh my God.
I feel you, and you know, and anybody that knows anything about country, it's the same way with Dolly Parton. You know, I mean, Dolly Parton. I mean, she not only was she had a fabulous voice and a great entertainer, but you know, I mean, she was just hot.
Oh yeah, racked and stacked in all the right spots. Well, I mean, this is a show about you, and we were talking about some of the people you met. You got any names you can drop?
Well, of course I got names I can drop. Like I said, I just spent some time this week with Tracy Lawrence.
Right.
You know, I've got to hang out with John Michael Montgomery. I've got to hang out with Montgomery Gentry. I've got to hang out with Ricky Skaggs. As a matter of fact, you know what? You're talking about the rock and roll era. I even got to do some security work for Ricky Rockets from Poison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you wouldn't think he would need it because, I mean, like I said, he's a black belt in martial arts as well. But just a really cool, down-to-earth kind of guy. He really is. And,
well, sure, because if you kick somebody's ass for him, that's you. But if he kicks somebody's ass, that's a lawsuit.
Yeah, you're right, though. But, I mean, like I said, he's one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. You know, I never... But, you know, like you said, a lot of these guys, it's just like, you know, I was doing security for Ricky Skaggs, and we were out at the airport, and, you know, it was during the winter time, and who was grounded was Steven Seagal, you know, and he's got 8 bodyguards around him, and, you know, I just wanted to say hello to the guy. They wouldn't let me nowhere near him, you know, and I got to thinking, you know, so, you know, of course, when you get a little upset, you know, I've got a mouth. I can't help it, you know, and I'm like, well, if he's so tough, why does he need so many bodyguards? And they're like, well, he gets people who want to try him, and then if he hurts them, then they want to sue him, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, I can understand. He was upset. He was grounded. He was trying to get wherever he was going, and you know, his flight was delayed, so he was a little upset. But still, I think you got to always make time for the fans. I mean, the fans are what got you here, so you know, I think you always got to make time for the fans.
Well, and I won't argue that. And you being on both sides of that microphone now, you kind of see, you know, where you've been and where you're going, and you know, that's a double-edged sword for somebody, especially somebody in your position who has been on both sides of that microphone.
Well, it is, and you're right. And I got to tell you, now my thing is I'm not really, I'm going to be completely honest with you, I'm not really real big into rap. And that's, you know, that's just one of the particular styles. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe those guys are very talented, and I think it takes a lot to do what it is that they do. It's just not one of my favorite types of music. But when we're talking about what we're talking about right now, Eminem had a song called I Am Whatever You Say I Am. and it was he's telling the truth the whole time. He's talking about, I can't even go to the bathroom without somebody standing outside the door, waiting for an autograph. He's like, can I please feed my kids? Can I feed my kid in peace? Can I use the bathroom? And then people, they're like, after a while, I guess you get fed up with it, and you kind of tell people, leave me alone, and then they want to call you, a dirty name for it.
Yes. Well, and, in the same respect, you were talking about Kid Rock. He did a song where, I got where I wanted to be, so I don't bitch.
Right.
And like I said, that is that double-edged sword, you get people out at the flea market and out at the Strawberry Festival and up in Nashville, say, hey, we know who you are, and you're digging it, but you're out there personally versus, somebody invading your privacy kind of thing,
Exactly. Yeah, and and a lot of times it's putting myself in that same position. There was time, like I said, this past Strawberry Fest, I wanted so bad to go up there. Alan Jackson, I love Alan Jackson. Alan Jackson, he's great, musician. He's a great artist, and I would love to, to run up there and say hello and tell him, how much I like his music and stuff like that. But then I know after a while, enough people poking and pulling at you, you're going to get a little tired and a little agitated. So, I just kind of admired from afar, if that makes some sense.
Well, I understand that exactly. I really do. I like to try and go out and see some of the bands that have been with me. I've gone out and see Tommy Rocks. Blackwater Jack, who's a local band, very good buddy of mine. I've gone out to them numerous times. And if they don't say hello, I leave them alone.
Right.
Maybe during a break, if they're stepped to the side, I'll go up and say hello. If we come out wagon wheel this weekend, if you take a break and you're off to the side, I'm not going to crowd the stage. Hey, it's me. But I might come over and say hello to you. But, if you're headed for the bathroom, brother, I'm sorry, you're on your own.
I do appreciate that, yeah, because the bathroom could probably get crowded.
Yeah, and we'll wait until afterwards to shake hands after that, too. So.
Well, I'll wash my hands, I promise.
Yeah, well, you and me both. All right, well, we were talking old school versus new school, and you and I both agreed on this song. This is one of the best country songs that that's been around. He Stopped Loving Her Today, and you've done this song live, and we're going to go.
Well, I wanted to tell you something else there real fast.
Sure.
This Saturday night we're doing this thing out in Dunedin. It's going to be live in Dunedin, Florida. And if you're a Johnny Cash fan, one of my best friends, his name is Dave Smith. He's one of the best Johnny Cash guys that you'll ever meet. Especially here in Florida. Matter of fact, he got to meet Johnny Cash's daughter, and she picked him to be the Johnny Cash impersonator for, like 3 or 4 different states. So he's really awesome when it comes to Johnny Cash. And we're doing a show this Saturday in Dunedin at the Pioneer Park.
Pioneer Park?
Yeah, Pioneer Park. Matter of fact, there's going to be 2 shows. One show's from 5:30 to 7, and the second one's going to be from 7:15 to 8:45. And we're just going to, get out there and do. Of course, he'll be doing his Johnny Cash, and we've got another guy that comes out and does Willie Nelson. And then, of course, I come on to rock it up and kick it up. And his daughter comes out, and she's a really good country singer, but she is a fabulous opera singer. She does, she'll do, like an opera thing. And then, of course, there'll be a couple other people there doing a couple other things. But like I said, it's going to be a really good time.
All right, that's this Saturday, folks, out in Dunedin at the Pioneer Park. First show starts at 5, right?
It starts at 5:30.
5:30. So if you're in the area, go check it out. All right, we're going to do a little He Stopped Loving Her Today with Duece Hulett, and we'll be right back.
He said I love her till I died. She told him you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. He still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. He kept some letters by his bed, dated 1962. He had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see him just today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I've seen him smiling here. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and so now carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Well, you know, she came to sing one last time. Yeah, and I gotta tell you, we all wondered if she would. And you know something else that just kept rolling through our minds? You know what, this time? I bet he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today. They placed a wreath upon his door, and so now carry him away. He stopped loving her today.
Oh, yes, he stopped loving her today. Live version by William Duece Hulett, who is on the phone with me right now. Brother, as we were talking off the air, that is one of them songs that if you don't get it right, you're going to lose fans.
Yes, sir, you will. I mean, some of the great country classics. You know, today, to this day, that is still the number 2 sing song in the country. People are just, they love George Jones. And like you said, yeah, it's one of those things that you have to respect the song enough to get it right, or they will have a problem with it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And, you know, that's one of them songs that when it's done right, that touches everybody. You know, so
you're absolutely right. If it's done right, you can get. You know, I've had some of from the oldest to the youngest people in the crowd that have all, walked up and told me how much they enjoyed that song.
All right, guys, you've been listening to Artist Hour here at the Pirate Radio Network, Party Pirate 102.1. We've been hanging out with Mr. Duece Hulett from Nashville, international recording artist, and actually Duece is coming up for a possible Grammy nomination for, let me find the song, High, Low, and In Between. And and actually you're on the judging board for the Grammys, right?
Yes, sir. I was voted on as, well, right now I'm an associate member. The voting member, it has to go before a board. So I will know about that probably by next Friday. But I'm still, right now, I'm what will become an associate member of the Grammy Awards.
And also, you've just recorded, let's see if I get this right here, just recorded a music video that's going to come out on CMT probably around the beginning of October for, was it High, Low, and In Between?
No, it was Give Her the World.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Give Her the World. My apologies. I'm sitting there. You got so many songs on Reverb Nation. It's kind of hard to get to them.
Well, you know something I will tell you before we call it a day. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see particular posts about upcoming shows and stuff like that. Well, in that same post, you'll see a picture of me with a little triangle on it, pointed sideways. If you hit that triangle, it will bring up all of those songs that are on my Reverb Nation. So from Facebook, you can play all 98 of the songs that I have that are either national recordings or live recordings, and you can listen to those straight from Facebook.
All right, guys, and that is William Duece, D-U-E-C-E, Hulett, Hulett, William Duece Hulett on Facebook, or you can go to ReverbNation.com, and you can check him out that way, guys. You just got to make sure you spell it right. William, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you hanging out with me. We've had a good time today, and we have recorded this, so anybody can go to our website, www.radiobarandgrill.com, and check out the music and the interview right there. Like I said, brother, thank you so much for calling in with me today.
Well, brother, I just want to say thanks for letting me come on the air and on your show and, tell everybody what I've got coming up and what I've got going on. I appreciate the support that you guys have given me over the past years or so. And I just want, like I said, I thank you a lot.
All right, guys, we got one more song coming out to you by Duece. We're going to do another cover here, Kenny Rogers' version of Lady. William, thank you so much, brother. We'll talk at you later.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you.
All right. Bye.
Lady, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am yours. And my love, there's so many ways I want to say I love you. Let me hold you in my arms forevermore. You have gone and made me such a fool. And I'm so lost in your love. Oh, we belong together. Won't you believe in my song? Lady, for so many years I thought I'd never find you. You have come into my life and made me whole. Forever, let me wake to see you each and every morning. Let me hear you whisper softly in my ear. In my eyes, I see no one else but you. There's no other love like our love. Yes, I'll always want you near me. I've waited so long. And later, your love, the only love I need. love of my life. You're my lady.
Wow. If somebody would have told me that was William Duece Hulett and not Kenny Rogers, I don't know that I would have agreed with them. What a fantastic cover. Guys, remember, every Saturday, Sunday, William Duece Hulett is out at the Wagon Wheel Flea Market. And Saturday night, Pioneer Park out in Dunedin. So go out and see him. William Duece Hulett on Facebook and WilliamDuceHulett.com. So come on, check him out, guys. What a fantastic singer. We got to check this out. Well, guys, that's going to about do it for me. I wish you all blue skies, dry roads, no red lights. Thank you so much for joining me today. Every Wednesday, Artist Hour. First hour next week's open, but we'll figure it out. And to the bands that I did miss, I will be playing you tomorrow. We got a couple of requests going out. We're going to start with some Kelly Clarkson. It's time to tie it up. I'm Ozman. I'm up. I'm out. Rubberside down.
I was sitting with my friend when I saw you walking in, and my